Hi, my name is Tolulokwe Adeliyi. You can conveniently call me Paul. I'm an accountant and I've been an accountant for over 25 years. I'm a chartered accountant and I'm also in the process of writing my CPA certification and CGMA certification. I wrote the last and final paper recently, awaiting results. I have had the privilege to supervise finance team in the last 10 years or more than 10 years. So part of my responsibility in recent years has been to support the CEO to act in the responsibility of a CFO and also director of financial planning and analysis in different industries, including logistics, transportation company, healthcare, manufacturing, steel fabrication, and that is what I have done. And in the past, I've also worked in the energy sector, power generation precisely, and multi-specialist hospital. I have also worked in the finance sector, which is highly regulated. That was a very interesting experience that I had, having to meet up with deadlines, having to ensure that there are compliances to the regulations, and also institutionalize those regulations internally within an organization so that risk can be easily managed and we can have oversight of compliance before exceptions occur. So it was very interesting part of my career, and I have had the opportunity to work with startups. I've also worked with multinational, Fortune 500 companies. I have managed budgets up to $6.4 billion. I have also led fundraising for organizations and both locally and internationally. And I've also had the privilege to engage private equity investors who were interested in healthcare and power generation, which were, you know, reasonably large projects. So my special skills lies in process development, especially in finance, in a way that seamlessly interface with core operations, especially in complex business environment like manufacturing, where it is easy to get overwhelmed with the operations, and finance being a critical support to operation, usually in manufacturing environment or in logistics environment, where time is very critical, response rate must be very high. I have been able to design process flow, workflow to the extent of creating automation to lessen the burden on my team and also provide strategic visibility for the leadership on weekly basis and on monthly basis. Postings into the GL is kind of daily activity for finance. Usually at the leadership level, I don't do that anymore. But I train my team and I guide them on how to simplify this task, which is kind of rudimental and can be confusing depending on the experience. So I like to engage them. I like to impact on them. I like to also make them take ownership of those roles and put some control and review mechanisms in place for me. So, in terms of report, my direct responsibility has been to review the month close process, which I like to design my own way so that I know that I can take responsibility for whatever financial report comes out of the team. And I know what is the organizational perspective and the goal we want to achieve. So I like to tailor this report to the uh, to the industry bespoke, uh, and finance is always it has to be something that is readily available. It's very important. Decisions have to be made on the spot, relying on data and information that is error proof. That is very important. I'm very sensitive to that as well. Relationship with banks in the last 3 years has been an interesting one for me. I have had to raise capitals for my current organization and previous ones, both short term and even equipment financing, especially for trucks. With Penske, I have I have done financing of over 32 trucks in the last 12 months with Penske, and my contacts are still there. So that is what I have done. Personally, I like to sing. I'm talking about my hobbies now. I love soccer. I'm a soccer enthusiast, and I just like to train. I like to train. I love to visualize business growth. So those are the things I love personally. I'm married and based in Avon, Indiana. Thank you.